Hey guys, it's Maya. If you don't know me yet, so happy to have you here. If you know me, so happy to have you back. Today's video is the second episode of my little series that I have on this channel, which is Wellness 101, where I try to help you on your journey to your healthiest, to your best self, give you my experience. I'm gonna put in a little disclaimer straight away. I'm not an expert, I'm just talking from my own experience. So if you need help, if you need professional help, don't be afraid to seek it. If it's gonna be the best thing you can do it, okay? This is our deal. But I'm sharing my experience with you here on my wellness journey. I've been on my wellness journey for about 2-3 years now. So I would say I know some stuff and I want to make it easier and smoother for you. So yeah, that's why I created this series. And the first episode, if you haven't seen it yet, it's about starting your journey, about the beginnings, how to stay consistent. So check it out, I'm gonna link it here. And today we will be talking about confidence, how to gain confidence, how to be confident in your body, what habits you can add to your routine that are gonna help you with this confidence, with feeling more confident with yourself. So if that's something you're struggling with, or you just want to learn something new, you just wanna get inspired, then stay with me till the end. Without further ado, let's get straight into the questions you asked me. You can ask me questions on my Instagram, which is @Maya. I ask you guys to participate in those videos there, so definitely follow me on there if you haven't already done it. And okay, now let's get started. Okay, so the first question that I got asked is, explain by your point of view, what is confidence? So I think it's a great question to start with. And so for me, it is a belief that whatever challenge comes our way, we're gonna be able to handle it. We are strong enough to handle it. By the way, if you can hear all the sounds from behind my window, I'm really sorry. Yes, it is a belief that whatever you come across, whatever situation, whatever challenge shows up on your way, on your journey, you're able to handle it. You're strong enough to handle it. Another thing is not doubting yourself. I think this is something we all struggle with a lot. And yeah, I think real confidence is when you don't doubt yourself. You know how much you are worth and you do not care what other people think of you. You do not care what is their opinion about you. Of course, if you're talking about, constructive criticism, that's amazing. I love listening to people criticizing me in a constructive way, but you don't care when someone just says, "Oh my God, you're so ugly," or "Oh my God, you're so fat." Where did it come from? Sorry, do you have a problem? It's just not doubting yourself, knowing your worth. And the last thing that I think confidence is just rejecting all standards that the world and people put on us. It's just being who we are unapologetically, and knowing that the right opportunities and the right people are gonna come to us only if we become this way, if we become who we truly are, if we stop acting the way other people expect us to be or the way other people want us to be, and just being who we are. That's when the right opportunities, that's when the right situations, that's when the right people, friends are gonna come to us. That's what I think confidence is. And yeah, I think it's so necessary in life, honestly. Without it, it's so much harder. So that's definitely something worth focusing on and really mastering. The next question I got asked is, have you ever had a problem with your body image? And if so, how did you overcome it? So yes, absolutely. I've struggled with my body image for years now, and I cannot say I'm fully there yet. I'm still struggling sometimes. I feel like it's a journey. It's never-ending journey, you know? There are moments when it gets better for all of us, when we are okay, actually, it's not bad. But there are periods of time where we just it doesn't come so easily, you know? And I experienced that as well. I think a big thing here is trying to support myself as much as I can through those moments, through those tougher moments where I don't feel great in my body and I don't feel like my body looks the way I want it to look. And this can be through wearing comfy clothes, not forcing myself to wear something that I don't feel comfortable in that specific day or that specific period of time. It's also journaling, writing down all the things I'm feeling, trying to rationalize those thoughts that are coming my way. So basically, something that my therapist actually taught me is writing down all of those thoughts, all of those intrusive thoughts. So let's say, oh, my thighs are big, or oh, I feel like my arms are so chubby, whatever it is for you. Writing it down on a piece of paper and then drawing a little arrow, and on the other side, writing a counter argument. So basically what you're doing here is you're rationalizing your intrusive thoughts. So let's say you say, oh, my legs are so big. But then on the other side you say, okay, but has anyone ever confirmed to me that my legs are big? No. Or if that was not the case, okay, and what? You know, you get me? Like trying to question, okay, my legs maybe are not the slimmest legs in the world, which is totally fine. And what about it? What's the problem? You get me? Like, once you start asking those whys, you quickly realize that those things are so minor, they are really not important. Your body is, like, the way your body looks like is not as important as you think. It's really just, it's like, okay, well, this is how my body is built. This is the body I was given. So why not just accept it? There are things that you can't change, so why beat yourself up about them or destroy your days just, you know, thinking about them and just, you know, overthinking and just worrying and yeah, just feeling bad about yourself, you know? It's not worth it. And another thing I find really helpful is just talking to someone I trust, whether it's your mother, maybe it is your friend, maybe it's your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner. Talk to someone. It's better to deal with those situations with someone who can, you know, tell you what they like about you. Just kind of validate your feelings, listen to what you have to say, listen to all your worries, all the things you're struggling with. I think that's a really valuable kind of like system you can work with, you know, like a support system. And the last thing that really helps me is catching myself in those moments where I'm about to check myself out in the mirror and, like, you know, it's not the best idea to check yourself out on the days where you don't feel great in your body, because you're just gonna start picking on yourself and looking at those body parts that are not perfect for you, and it's just not beneficial for you. I think in general, it's not beneficial to be looking at yourself in a mirror for too long and too often. Not even during those better days where you feel okay with your body. Still, it's not worth it, because I feel like the more you look at yourself in the mirror, the bigger probability that you're gonna find something that you don't like about yourself. So I would say focus on what you have within you and don't look at your body as much, because it's not as important as you think it is. I think there is no recipe for good body image. Honestly, it's just, as I said, it's a journey, and there are worse days, there are better days, and we just have to find our ways to deal with those bad days, with those days where you just don't like yourself, you don't like your body. It's about just trying different things and looking at what actually helps you. I think you can try all the things that I just talked about and just see what makes you feel just 1% better on those days. And also remembering that it's okay that you feel bad about your body some days. Everyone does, and you can trust me that we all struggle. Even those amazing, beautiful fitness models you see on Instagram, they also struggle with bad body image days. So just remember that your thoughts are not facts, and so just because your brain tells you that, oh my goodness, you look so fat or you look so bad or whatever, does not mean that's actually true. It does not mean that. Okay, so the next question is, what things to add to your routine to increase confidence? And I think it's such a great question, because we always talk about confidence and, you know, how to gain confidence. But the things that actually help most, I think, at least for me, is giving like practical tips that we can actually implement in our lives. And so the first one is affirmations. I know it might not sound very convincing to, you know, get up in the morning and start telling yourself, oh my God, I'm so beautiful, I'm perfect, I'm confident, I can run the world, you know, but it actually helps. I'm not joking, guys. Like, I used to practice affirmations every single day. Now I don't do it that often, but I still truly believe in it. It's not that it stopped working for me that I stopped, it's just that, you know, life happens. I want to get back to them. I always recommend this one podcast, affirmation podcast, which is called Bob Baker's Meditation Affirmation Podcast. And I think Bob is amazing. Bob is amazing. Bob is my man. He really creates, I think weekly, he creates affirmation videos, which you basically just play. There is very calming music to them. He repeats affirmations. They are about different things. So let's say you can find confidence affirmations there, for example, or health, or success, or wealth, or whatever you want. And he basically just tells the affirmations and you have to repeat them after him. I think it's a great way to just start your day, to like put your mind at the right place. And if you do them consistently for some time, I truly believe they work and they can, at least in some significant way, help you with developing this confidence. The next thing is exercise. I once heard, I don't know from who, but that exercise is not even about like, you know, training your body and everything. It's more about your mind and how you're training your mind on the mat. Because truly, like, exercise strengthens your mind, strengthens your mental strength, which helps you just conquer all the challenges you have in your life. I think that just like it builds this trust in yourself, it builds that confidence in yourself that you can do hard things. Because, you know, workouts can be really hard. Sometimes you don't feel like working out. Sometimes you really have to push yourself on those workouts. They are challenging. They are really pushing your limits. And this shows you, makes you realize that you can persist. You can persist even though something is really hard, even though something is really challenging you. You can like get through it. And so exercise is a great thing that helps you build that confidence that you can do hard things. And so that's definitely something that is also really important. And not just workouts itself, but like pushing yourself and challenging yourself on those workouts. That's, I think, the most important thing about them. It's about mental, not physical. That's also a great motivator for me, because I'm not only training my body, but also my mind. The next thing is getting to know yourself better. I think the great way to do it is journaling, but you can do it however you want to. Ask yourself questions such as, what makes me feel the most confident? What makes me feel the least confident? What destroys my confidence? What makes me feel insecure? In what ways can I support my confidence? Asking yourself this kind of question and answering them is a great way to just get to know yourself better and realize those things that we don't think about that much. Like, for example, I ask myself this question: in what situations do I feel my most confident? And I realized that just getting dressed in the morning, making myself look presentable, you know, doing my skincare, putting on a nice outfit, that's what makes me feel confident. That's what drives me to really be feeling myself, you know? And so getting to know yourself, getting to know those little ways you can increase your confidence, little things that make you feel more confident, is an amazing way to exercise your confidence. And then once you discover what things make you most confident and what things make you least confident, you can avoid the least confident ones and try to cultivate more of those things that are making you more confident. I think that's a very important thing. Last thing is challenging yourself. I'm gonna talk about it in a sec because there is not a question about it, but just challenging yourself every day, showing yourself that you can do things that you're scared of or that make you feel uncomfortable, that they are actually not that scary, they are actually not that hard. I think that's a very, very important thing to do to develop your confidence, to increase your confidence and stop doubting yourself when it comes to uncomfortable, scary situations. And now the question I was talking about just a second ago: what impacted your journey to confidence the most? What I said, challenging myself. I always say that on my Instagram and I want to develop it here right now. When I first started working on my confidence, which was about 2 years ago, because I moved to London, I was new here, it was so uncomfortable, I didn't know anyone, and I feel like I was quite closed, like in myself. I I did not feel comfortable talking in English yet because, I've learned English for 12 years now, but it's different to talk to a native speaker who knows English perfectly. They hear every mistake you make. And it's just uncomfortable, at least it was for me. And so that's when I decided, okay, I need to work on my confidence. I need to open up and be able to talk in English, be able to approach people, to make small talk, to make friends. Because it was just really frustrating me that I couldn't enjoy my experience in London because I was shy, because I wasn't confident with my English, with myself. And so the big thing that I made was I started challenging myself every single day. So let's say I went to a cafe and I ordered a coffee in English, just like that. And I started doing that every single day to just get comfortable with that, because, repetition creates comfort, because you realize that, okay, I just ordered coffee. Nothing bad happened. No one laughed at me. No one picked on my English. Everything was fine. So I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. And tomorrow, wow, nothing happened again. So I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. And this third day, nothing happened again. I'm fine. And this lets you just realize that those scary situations, those things that are outside of your comfort zone, are actually not that bad. And those worst case scenarios that you imagine in your head, they actually never come to life, And so challenging yourself in your everyday life, maybe you can write down a list of things that make you uncomfortable, situations that make you uncomfortable, and just trying to do one thing every day or every other day, and slowly familiarizing yourself with the situation and seeing that you can actually get through them and they are not as scary is gonna be a good way to boost your confidence. That was definitely a game changer for me, because now I am just fully confident. I don't care. I can even talk to random people. It definitely comes down to practice, just putting yourself in those uncomfortable situations. Because if you stay in your comfort zone, you're not gonna grow. Let's be honest, you're not gonna grow if you stay in your comfort zone. So you need to get out of it. That's the only way you can gain that confidence and expand your horizons. Next question. How do you overcome comparing yourself to other people? Okay, let's talk comparison, because it's a thief of joy. It's a thief of happiness, it's a thief of joy. And so, first step, identify people you compare yourself with. If they are online, unfollow them. There is no discussion here, unfollow them. You can follow them again at some point in the future. But for now, as you are struggling, as you are trying to resolve the issue, you need to unfollow them. You need to let them go, because they are not gonna help you. You're gonna keep on comparing yourself with them unless you unfollow them and you don't see them anymore. However, when it is in real life, that's a bit of a harder situation. If it's someone who you don't have to spend all of your time, I would say try to distance yourself a tiny bit, at least for, a few weeks, until you figure out, until you work on your mindset, until you kind of put some things in place in your head, just try to limit this contact a bit. Maybe you can just talk to them, have a real conversation. Listen, I struggle at the moment with some comparison and I just need some time, to figure some things out. But I love you, I love who you are, I love being your friend. I just need a moment. So I'm really sorry if I'm not gonna be a bit more distant for the next few weeks. So first of all, you identify who you compare yourself with. Then, second step is, why do you compare yourself with those people? Ask yourself, why? What is the reason? What is it about them that makes me want to compare myself with them? Once you identify those things, ask yourself, is it something that I can change, or is it something I can't? If it's something you can't. You're gonna really have to work on your beliefs about those things that you compare in yourself with other people. Whereas if it is something you can change, ask yourself, is it realistic and healthy for me to change those things? Because when it's, let's say, about your weight, you don't feel good with your weight, let's say you envy someone who has a thigh gap, but your bone structure does not allow you to have thigh gap unless you are underweight. Let's say for me, I will never have a thigh gap because this is not my healthy state of my body. And so unless I'm really underweight, I will not have a thigh gap. And so it wouldn't be a healthy choice for me to change it, even though I possibly could, you know, I could go down on my weight, but is it healthy? Hell no. So I'm not gonna do it. I think an important thing here is, again, asking yourself those questions that I just said again and again, and letting your brain sink in the fact that you are unique. You are the way you are because that's the body you were given, that's the characteristics, or that's the character you were given. And it's never gonna be like the other person's. You are never gonna be the other person, the person you're comparing yourself to. It is impossible. Even if you try your best and you sacrifice your whole life to being the other person, is it really worth it? That's the first thing. And second thing is, it's impossible. Sorry, it is impossible. You need to work on rationalizing those thoughts, being like, okay, she might have the perfect brows, the most beautiful face. She probably has some things that I can't even see that she's struggling with. And for example, that I have, and I'm not even aware of it. It's really important to keep on reminding yourself that you're unique, you're beautiful the way you are, and this is how you're meant to be. This is how God, or whatever you trust in, wanted you to be. This is the way, that's the way they wanted you to be. And so it's just about rewiring those connections in your brain and making your brain realize that, okay, that's how we are, that's the new way we are thinking. We are getting rid of all of those past beliefs that we are bad, that we are imperfect, that those other people are better, because they are not. And I think a great exercise here, I'm gonna give you an exercise, is that when you're not feeling your best and you're comparing yourself to other people, write down all the beliefs that you have on a piece of paper. Again, write everything down and find counter arguments to all of your thoughts, to all of your intrusive thoughts. And also another great exercise is every time you start beating yourself up and comparing yourself and telling yourself, oh my goodness, I am this, or I am that, or I'm imperfect in this way or that way, name a few things that are perfect about you, that are rich, that you love, that you like, that you're proud of. And if you're at this point in your journey where it's really hard for you to find those things and to name those things, reach out to your friend, reach out to your family and ask them, hey, listen, what do you like about myself? I really need to hear it right now. I'm struggling. What is it that you like about me, that you appreciate about me? I'm sure this is gonna bring your confidence up, bring your self-esteem up, and just make you feel a bit better, because yeah, we like the validation. And also write those things down, and then the next time you feel that way, just get this paper out and start reading the things that people that are close to you, the people that you love, like about you or love about you. It's really helpful, and it's a beautiful exercise and a beautiful tool to be using. And I got the last question, guys, and it is, how can I be confident with my body? I'm a teen and kind of struggling with that. I truly believe that self-confidence and confidence in your body does not come from the physical side of you. It comes from within. And so in order to better your body image, you need to do the inner work that is gonna help you overcome those limiting beliefs, those intrusive beliefs. And so a few mindsets that really helped me, I'm gonna share them now with you. And so the first one is that I think of my little self. I think of a little Maya, 3 years old, maybe 4, and just ask myself, would I want her or him, if you're a guy, do I want him or her to see me hating on my body? Would I really want them to see me talking shit about my body, talking bad things about who I am, about what I look like? Would I want them to be copying my behavior and hating on their bodies? Imagine a little kid, a little you, saying all those bad things about themselves. Would you want it? I don't think you would. And so you are still this person. This little you is still in your heart. So why are you saying all those bad things? Why are you showing them this hatred to your body? Is it worth it? Is it what you want? Do you want them to be focusing on their bodies all the time and just wasting their time focusing on their body when there are so many more interesting things about them, just like who they are as a person, their character, the way they treat you. There are so many different things, and think about this little person whenever you start hating on yourself, you know? Second one is something that I actually heard from someone. Again, I can't remember from who, but it's just that it sticks with me, you know? And so it is that you need to think about all of the children. I know it's all about children, but it's just like very convincing, at least for me, because they are like those innocent creatures, you know, that you want to protect. And so ask yourself, if I can't do it for myself, if I can't show up as my most confident self and, you know, wear what I want and be confident in my body, not hide my body, can I do it for all the little girls or all the little boys that see me on the street every single day? Can I show them that being comfortable with their bodies is the best thing they can do? Show them that they can wear shorts and don't feel insecure about how their body look like, that it's okay to be imperfect, that there are different body shapes and each of them is unique, and there is nothing to be ashamed of whatever your body shape is. Just show them that no matter how their body look like, they can do whatever they want, they can experience life, they can be happy, and they don't have to hide their bodies because the society told them that it's bad to wear a size that is higher than medium or something, because this is not the case. This is not true. All bodies are beautiful, and you want children, you want the younger generations to know that, because we were harmed. We were in some way harmed by social media mostly, and also I think also to some extent by the older generations who started imposing those standards on us. But we're this generation which was harmed by the standards, by the unrealistic standards. And so do we want to keep on passing it on to younger generations, or do we want to stop it here and make those young people, actually we are young people, but those even younger, you know, children, comfortable with their bodies and make them feel like they can look however they want or however they are, and that's okay, and they don't have to worry about it. I think we want them to feel comfortable. So if you can't show up for yourself, show up for this little girl or this little boy who's on the street and is seeing you as a older role model, you know? I think also the most powerful mindset is that you have to realize that no one cares. No one cares how you look like on the street. Literally, I don't care about how the woman passing by me on the street looks like if she has, I don't know, more thicker thighs or some belly fat. Why would I care? This is her life, this is her body. I do not care. I do not look at those things. I don't even pay attention to those things. Also with my friends, do I pay attention to how they look like? Hell no. Like, I don't care. You can be on the bigger side, you can be on the smaller side. I do not care. I'm still gonna be your friend if we get along. You get me? People do not care about how you look like. You're the only one picking on yourself. You're the only one paying attention to those things. So yeah, just I think realizing it and, you know, reminding yourself every single day so it can finally sink in is such a powerful tool. You need to do it, okay? Because you're harming yourself so much by believing that the way your body looks like really matters, that your weight matters, that the size of your clothes matter. It does not. It does not. People don't care. So don't think you'll be judged on the street, because you will not. I can guarantee you no one will even pay attention to it. Okay? So it's not worth your time just worrying about how you look like, about, I don't know, losing weight or whatever you need to do. Just stay healthy. Obviously, stay healthy, eat healthy, but do it for your health, not for the looks. And yeah, remember, you're perfect the way you are, okay? I know it sounds cliche, but it is true. It's so not worth it to be wasting your time and your thoughts and your mental space on worrying about how your body looks like. It's not worth it. And at the end, I want to share with you a quote that has been my mantra for years now. And literally, I can almost recite it just from my head, because yeah, I've read it so many times and I think it's just so beautiful, but I'm gonna read it from my laptop because I don't want to, you know, make any mistakes. I just want it to go smoothly so you can also remember it. You can write it down somewhere if you want, because it's really beautiful, and I think it just really helps, you know. So the quote is, when you love yourself, you glow from the inside. You attract people who love, respect, and appreciate your energy. Everything starts with how you feel about yourself. Start feeling worthy of receiving the best that life has to offer. Be magnetic. Isn't it a beautiful quote? The power of self-love is contagious. People want people who are confident in themselves and who love themselves around them. People want those people, even just subconsciously, you know? So be one of those people they can always turn to, because they know that you just resonate this good energy, this energy of self-love, because that's what people are attracted to. Just positive, good energy, no hating on yourself. So yeah, do it for yourself and do it for everyone around you, but mostly for yourself anyways, okay? Okay guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you stayed with me up until this moment, I love you so much. I literally love you, because I put so much of my heart into those videos, and just knowing that some people stay up until the end is it just makes me so happy, you know? So let me know in the comments if you stayed until this moment. I really appreciate you. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, of course. You can let me know if you listened to it as a podcast, so like, you know, you went on a walk or something, or you just stayed at home. Because I think because this video is so long, it's great to just listen to it as a podcast. But you do you. And so yeah guys, thank you so much again for watching. I'll see you in the next video in the next week. And remember, I love you so much. You're beautiful, you're amazing. You are perfect in your imperfection, okay? Mwah. I love you.